Welcome to True Crime with Guarantee. We would like to take a moment and thank our loyal viewers for helping us reach our milestone of 5,000 subscribers. We did not anticipate such a huge growth in a short amount of time, and that is all thanks to you. Now on to the video. Robert Macedonio and Ves Mitev are currently facing scrutiny for their involvement in a controversial situation that has raised questions about potential violations of the Code of Ethics for attorneys. It has been alleged that they were paid by Peacock to act as actors in a story rather than representing their client's best interest. In the case of Robert Macedonio, he represents Asa Ellerup. He holds himself out to the public and media outlets as Asa's lawyer. However, it has come to light that he is also involved in Peacock's documentary, which has raised concerns about his role as Asa Ellerup's advocate. It has been pointed out that Robert Macedonio has no business being paid by Peacock to act in their documentary, as this could be seen as a conflict of interest. Likewise, Vess Mitev was hired by Peacock to be featured in the documentary as the lawyer for the adult children of Asa Ellerup. Vess Mitev also holds himself out to the public and to various media outlets as the attorney representing the adult children of Asa Ellerup, although he has been absent from the most recent press conference in front of the house of the Heuerman family. Some have speculated that the involvement of the wife and adult children of Rex Heuermann in the documentary could be a cash grab and not a genuine legal matter that requires representation. The main question is as follows: who are Robert Macedonio and Ves Mitev really representing? Are they representing Peacock, or are they representing their clients, Asa Ellerup and her adult children respectively? What will happen when the documentarian wants to portray or script one way and directs the lawyers as to what to say, and what the lawyers say is not in their client's best interest? What will happen when the documentarian wants Asa or the adult children to be featured in a certain way, or make a certain statement that their attorneys do not agree with? Will the lawyers state their objection and prevent the content creation, or will it be that the show must go on, no matter who is compromised? The deal for Peacock's documentary is allegedly spearheaded by Robert Macedonio's famous client, Curtis 50 Cent, Jackson and Jackson's G-Unit Film and Television Production Company. The project is slated as a multi-part documentary series following Rex Heuermann's wife and children through the suspected Gilgo Beach serial killer's upcoming criminal trial. Ellerup's lawyer Bob Macedonio, who also represents members of G-Unit as well as Curtis 50 Cent Jackson, could not be reached for comment. This has raised many concerns about the impartiality of the attorneys involved and whether they are truly representing their client's best interests or their own in earning an income by acting in a documentary. This would not be the first time Robert Macedonio was in violation of lawyer ethics. In 2008, Robert Macedonio was disbarred for 2 years due to substance abuse. There was a formal complaint, and somehow his law license was later restored with the help of Thomas Spoda, the former disgraced district attorney who just got released from prison after serving time in connection with his corruption as a public official. More on the details later. The sole charge against Robert Macedonio alleges that he engaged in illegal conduct that reflects adversely on his honesty, trustworthiness, or fitness as a lawyer, in violation of former Code of Professional Responsibility DR 1102A3, 22 NYCRR 1200.3A3, and Rule 8.4b of the Rules of Professional Conduct, 22 NYCRR 1200.0. On December 9, 2008, Asa Ellerup's attorney Robert Macedonio entered a plea of guilty to one count of criminal possession of a controlled substance in the 5th degree, a Class D felony, in violation of Penal Law 2.06. Upon that entry of his guilty plea to a felony conviction, the New York State Bar Examiners entered an order for disbarment. However, over 4 years later, in January 2013, Bob Macedonio was permitted to withdraw his previously entered plea of guilty and change his plea of guilty to one count of criminal possession of a controlled substance in the 7th degree instead of the 5th degree, a Class A misdemeanor instead of a Class D felony, in violation of Penal Law 220.03. And with that, Robert A. Macedonio was able to change his disbarment to suspension from the practice of law for a period of 2 years. The Supreme Court, Appellate Division, 2nd Department of New York, ordered suspension of his law license for 2 years with ability to reapply if he were to stay clean. With Bob Macedonio's law license reinstatement, the question now is Robert Macedonio violating the Lawyer Code of Ethics and the duty he owes to Asa Ellerup by inking a deal for his own pay to be paid by his other client who is filming the documentary? Is he taking Vess Mitev down a slippery slope? Is Vess Mitev violating the Lawyer Code of Ethics and the duty he owes to the adult children of Asa Ellerup by inking a deal for his own pay to act in the documentary? Let's move on to quote the Attorney Conduct Ethics Rules set forth by New York Lawyers' Code of Professional Responsibility. Coming straight from DR 101, it states, 1. Competence. Lawyers must provide competent representation to clients, which requires the legal knowledge, skill, thoroughness, and preparation necessary for the case. 2. Confidentiality. Lawyers are obligated to keep client information confidential unless the client gives informed consent or the disclosure is required by law. 3. Conflict of interest. Avoid conflicts of interest and, when unavoidable, fully disclose them and obtain consent from all affected parties. 4. Diligence. Lawyers should act with reasonable diligence and promptness in representing clients. 5. Integrity. Lawyers must conduct themselves with honesty and integrity, avoiding conduct involving dishonesty, fraud, deceit, or misrepresentation. 6. Public interest. Uphold the legal system and seek to improve the law, access to legal services, and the administration of justice. 7. Professionalism. Maintain the decorum and professionalism required in their interactions with clients, courts, and other parties. These principles are essential for maintaining public trust in the legal profession and ensuring the fair administration of justice. Robert A. Macedonio and Ves Mitev keep bringing their professionalism into question. Aside from their constantly disparaging remarks about other attorneys involved in the Long Island serial killer case, there is this conflict of interest issue. Who is Robert Macedonio and Ves Mitev representing anyway? Peacock or their clients? Did Robert Macedonio and Ves Mitev fully disclose the conflict of interest to their respective clients? Did their respective clients waive the conflict of interest in writing? Did the respective clients obtain a written opinion letter from a completely independent lawyer that specializes in attorney ethics, informing them as to the potential for the conflict of interest? And did those clients give their written informed consent? We ask publicly for both attorneys to provide their agreements with Peacock. We can say there is a lot more to question, but leave a comment after this video and tell us what you think about this. In light of these allegations, it is important for the appropriate authorities to look into the actions of Robert A. Macedonio and Ves Mitev to determine if they are in violation of the Code of Ethics for attorneys. The legal profession holds attorneys to a high standard of ethics, and any breach of these ethical guidelines should be taken seriously. Overall, the situation involving Robert A. Macedonio and Ves Mitev raises important questions about the role of attorneys in the legal system and the potential consequences of ethical lapses in the profession. It is crucial for all attorneys to uphold the highest standards of ethics and integrity in order to maintain the trust of their clients and the public. Let us know in the comments what you think. Do you think Robert Macedonio and Ves Mitev should be looked into for violating the Code of Ethics? Stay tuned for more. Please don't forget to like and subscribe to True Crime with Guarantee. Stay safe and stay aware, dear readers. Until next time.